What's up guys, it's McKeown back again with another video, and for a while here I've been uploading a lot of educational content videos as well as updates on the investments that I've been doing, as well as kind of how to obtain these or how to continue to invest if you've already been investing in real estate. I haven't really given you guys an insight on a little bit more of my personal life and a little bit more of the behind the scenes. So the video today is going to give you a little bit of an update of what's going on in my life, and I can tell you there's a lot going on. So on the personal side of things, I'm back to being single as of a couple months ago. If you follow me on TikTok, which to be honest with you guys is completely different content than what I post on YouTube, but I've had a decent amount of success on TikTok. And when I say success, I'm talking not necessarily real estate oriented, I'm talking personal life and dating content, to the extent of where I've actually had people reach out to me for potential casting calls for reality TV shows. And it looks like I may be actually flying out to New York City as well to do a potential comedy / dating show live in New York City.
Yo, what's happening, man? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So yeah, you saw it on TikTok, so yeah, tell me about yourself, dude. Like, what do you do? Like,
as far as TikTok, I mean, the majority of the followers that I have followed me for
followers, dude.
close to 40,000. And the majority of them are following me solely because of dating, whether it's the dating stories that I've been on, the good, the bad, the ugly. TikTok's been the dating source for me, really, because to be honest with you, dating apps at this point are exhausting. Trying to find any unique, fun way to meet someone that's natural. So what I do, like I said, I own a real estate company. I used to be a high school teacher, though.
You have a lot going on. Yeah.
I used to make mediocre to low salary, and now I employ 12 people. So it's like the side of dating someone when I was a teacher, they weren't obviously dating me for the lots of money that I have.
We've never, obviously we're touring, we're going to other cities, but I don't think we've ever had someone not from New York be on a New York show, so it could be interesting. I think your videos are super funny and raw, and a lot of guys don't really open up about dating.
Yeah, videos that go viral for me are me talking about being single, and then like I have one that has 5,000 comments from women across the country, you know, wanting to go on dates with me or meet up with me or fly out to Dallas or, you know, whatever. So
No, I mean, look, maybe we'll collab at some point on that. I think that's sort of what we want with the guys on our show, to kind of be different and unique. So yeah, we'll be in touch.
All right.
Thanks so much for following up.
of course, man, appreciate it. Nice talking to you and meeting you.
Hey, Sam, great to meet you, bro.
Hey, bye.
Later.
I don't know if that went well or not, but to give you guys a little insight on what that is, I actually came across their channel on TikTok. They've got about 250,000 followers on TikTok. Now, if you want an idea of what their show is like, again, their TikTok is called The Updating Show or Updating Show. So it's a little bit of a dating show / a comedy show. And I really don't see any negative or downside to this. I think the opportunity to continue to grow my social presence could definitely help by being on their TikTok as well as being on their show. But it's basically, I'm gonna be blindfolded as well as a woman's gonna be blindfolded, potentially 2 women, and there comes a point where either I select one of the 2 women or I select the woman or a potential random person from the audience. The entire time I'm going to be blindfolded. And to be honest with you, I've actually never been to New York City, so to be able to explore the city during the day and maybe the following day after, it's something that has definitely been on the bucket list, but this gives me an actual reason to go up to New York City. So earlier this week, I had scheduled a Zoom call or FaceTime call with one of the producers and one of the original starters of this comedy and dating show, and I actually received a finalization call last night confirming the fact that on June 25th, I'm going to be going up to New York City for good. Now, other than that, on the personal side of things, I mean, I don't honestly have a huge personal life because work takes up so much of my time, but continuing to love on my dogs and continuing to build the relationships within my business as well as outside of my business with hopes of, I mean, just like I think a lot of folks out there, I do have an intention of meeting someone and the intention of hopefully having a family someday. So maybe when business starts to get to a point where it's self-sufficient, I can actually focus a little bit more on a personal relationship and see where that takes me. Now back to business, which is obviously why a majority of you are subscribed to my channel. Business has been flourishing. Now I'm with about 6 or 7 real estate agents on my team now. I have about 2 or 3 of them that are starting to consistently close some deals. So a lot of my time is actually being taken apart from my production and towards the team's production, which means maybe this year I will produce less number of transactions, but based on the average sales price and the fact that 3 of my largest deals are closing this month in June, I'm actually going to be above my last year and best year's total sales volume. But I'm excited with the growth in the team. I think that's my number one priority right now, outside of just the excitement that I have for my cabin that I'm building. But the growth in my team is going to allow me to be able to take a step back in production. Rather than showing just a bunch of homes, I'm going to be able to take a step back and just allow my team to produce and be more of a mentor, and maybe be a little bit more selective with the potential leads or clients that I do choose to work with. Now, all in all, this is still going to make my business quite profitable, including with all of this, obviously my rev share that I have with my brokerage that I'm with, as well as all the other additional income streams that I have. I'm still doing very, very well this year. I'm excited to see at the end of the year where I wind up. But I can tell you this week alone, I've got 3 clients, 1 FHA, 1 conventional, and a cash buyer that are all looking for homes right now. And I can also tell you the market here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area is absolutely slowing down, meaning that I have an FHA buyer that honestly, I haven't gotten an FHA buyer under contract within the last 18 months or so. I just personally don't deal with them a ton. I'm looking at actually getting them under contract today. So it's about noon on Thursday today. We've got a ton of houses that we've got to see for technically 3 separate clients. But giving you guys an update, 2022 has included a purchase of a new commercial building where I film all of my videos. It's also where I host my entire real estate team. I've also purchased a new cabin, which they've started to build in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. And on top of that, I now have 4 employees, a videographer, an editor, a business manager, and a transaction coordinator, as well as 6 agents on my team, including myself. So the team is certainly growing, and I'm excited to be able to grow even further. My goal at the end of the year, hopefully to be around 10 to 12 real estate agents on the team. But let's go ahead and start the day off with some houses. So we're on house number 2. Honestly, guys, I've been a little spoiled lately. I have 3 of my largest contracts in the entire 5 years I've been licensed as a realtor under contract now. So not saying that I'm getting stuck up or I'm not humble or anything, but showing $300,000 houses or $400,000 houses after you just got a 1.7 and a $1.4 million home under contract just doesn't hit quite the same. But still helping folks relocate here, and that's truly what I'm excited about. And what I love with being a realtor is helping people with what likely in their life is the largest financial decision they will ever make. Also, for you folks that think that moving to Texas is a great idea, one thing they don't tell you about is the drastic change in weather. It was cold and rainy this morning, so I figured I'm gonna be proactive and, you know, maybe wear a long sleeve. It's now 85 degrees and I'm dying only on the second house here with long sleeves today. So if you've personally lived in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I can tell you, just me personally, in the last 5 years, a lot of the houses that I'm taking a look at today, especially for these two clients I'm showing homes to, these would be $200,000 to $250,000 houses back when I first started in real estate in 2017. However, these houses are now going for $300,000 to $350,000. Affordability is still very affordable here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, just in Texas in general, maybe outside of Austin, but I can tell you, this kind of house in California, this kind of house in, you know, the metro of New York or Chicago or another large city, Seattle, so on and so forth, would be at least double the price. So it's still very affordable here, but it's crazy to be showing the houses nowadays, the clients that I was showing just 4 or 5 years ago, that have appreciated 40, 50, if not more % than that. So with all that being said and a ton of updates to give you guys, I'm gonna try to do more of these videos if possible, and if there's something that you guys like, just to give you a little bit more behind the scenes into my life and give you true transparency of what it's like, not just to be a real estate agent, but also to be a real estate investor and an owner of a large, I should say, growing to be a large real estate company. Thanks again for watching, guys. As I mentioned earlier in this video, if this is the type of content you want to see, truly the YouTube channel and all the videos that I create are not for my liking. To be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of these back. They're for you guys. So if you do see some value in this and you actually enjoy seeing the personality and the backside of my business, let me know and I'll make sure to include this definitely in more videos to come. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help, and stay tuned for the next video.